Thanks, Chris. We appreciate you. Speaking of global vision, just so that everybody out there knows, we got Chris back here in our studios out here in Utah. He's been spending the last 6 months out in the Philippines, running our Asia operations. He's our CMO, but he's done a fantastic job. There's so many crypto conferences all over the world, and he's been able to travel to Singapore and all over, trying to get Element plugged in and trying to share the message of what Element is with the rest of the crypto world. So we appreciate you, Chris, but we are definitely glad to have you back here in the snow of Utah for the next couple of months while we get this thing kicked off. Happy to have you here, David.
It's exciting. I mean, what a cool event. Have this many people together, live webinar going all over the world.
Yeah, most of you have been saying, what the heck, we need more information from Element. What the freak is happening? So we're really excited to have you guys all with us today. We've got several hundred of you on live right now, and we're glad that you are a part of this. And that's really the beauty of the blockchain, is that it allows everybody to be a big part of what we're doing. Blockchain is changing the world. You guys think that the internet, had some big changes and changed the way business was done. But most people in the know think that blockchain will change the world more than the internet did, which is a really hard thing to comprehend, right? Because you think about how much our world has been changed by the internet, but blockchain is going to change the world as much, if not more, than the internet did. Now, here's the beauty of it. So when you think about traditional business and different businesses that have been built, you kind of imagine like a triangle. And at the top of that triangle are the people that benefited the most. And everybody else underneath that triangle was the support structure, the worker bees, the people that built these companies and made very few people multi billionaires. These are like, the steel and railroad tycoons of the past, and even right now with some of the social media platforms. And so what the blockchain has the ability to do is kind of turn that triangle upside down. And at the bottom of that triangle is a node, is you. The blockchain has the ability to have many, many people contribute. And so when you...
So wait, let me make sure I understand. So
Yeah.
you're saying the old way of business is really kind of like this triangle where the top layer is getting all the benefit from all the work.
Sure, think about it.
And with blockchain, you're flipping upside down. So the bottom people, those that are involved in the blockchain, are really supporting the rest of the world.
Absolutely.
That's pretty awesome.
And because of the way blockchain works is that many, many people can be involved in that initial foundation. Now, one node supports, if you picture it going up, this entirely new ecosystem. And it's beautiful because of all the great benefits that blockchain offers. It's more equitable. It's more democratic. More people can be involved. And so we are flipping the script. Blockchain is flipping the script of how wealth has been created, how control, how trust, verification. And it's amazing and exciting to be a part of that. And so because it's so new, it's kind of like the new frontier. All that time I spent out there in Ghana, I had this sense of adventure. I had this sense of I can come out and do, the sky was the limit. I was out there searching for gold, and there's this draw that I think all humans have to go out and do that. That is happening digitally. Right now, we are in the midst of a digital gold rush. And so our job at Element is to think of ways that the blockchain can solve real world problems. There's a lot of uncertainty out there right now. People are freaking out about what's happening in crypto. Turn on the news, FTX, all these crazy things that are happening right now. And there are problems that exist out there that we can help solve, real problems in the world. And the more you focus on problem solving, the better your blockchain has a chance of succeeding.
I think let me just mention that, because I think that's such a good point, is that the blockchain really is this technology that has the potential to solve all these major problems. And people need to realize that, and realize that the blockchain is that technology that can change the world, just like the internet was back in the 90s.
Yeah, think about the problems the internet solved with accessibility, the ability to conduct online transactions. It really changed everything as far as commerce, information. Blockchain is doing the exact same thing, but it's making things more secure, more spread out, more transparent, right? There's all these benefits of blockchain, but blockchain is very new. So when we talk about this new frontier and getting involved early, that's what blockchain is, and anybody can do it. It's beautiful. You don't have to have millions of dollars to invest and be connected in these tight social circles to make it happen. Anybody can be involved. And so now you just have to attach yourself with a project that's solving real world problems. And as you saw in that video, there are major, major problems in the gold and precious elements field. And Element is here to solve a lot of these problems. Now, we're not trying to stop all mining. We understand that mining is critical. Yeah. Look at everything in this building, in this studio, has gold and silver and other elements that power everything from phones, computers, cameras. So we're not trying to stop mining, but there's a massive, massive problem out there with illegal mining that's harming communities, that's harming environments, that's fostering corruption within governments. And the sad part about this, David, is that a big part of the problem are the people that it hurts the most. They're the ones engaging in all this illegal and destructive mining because there's a financial incentive to do so. So in addition to all these great things that the blockchain can solve, the blockchain also provides an incentive to change behavior. If you're going to change behavior, you have to hack human behavior and give people an incentive to change something. I didn't realize that the problems in mining existed until I became a miner. Went out to Ghana. I was out there to solve my own problems and realized, holy smokes, that clip in the video where we talk about watching a boy put mercury in his mouth as part of the gold separation process happens thousands of times a day all over the world. It's harming people. It's harming environments because of this value and this insatiable appetite for gold and other elements. Element is going to flip that triangle upside down, and we are going to use our nodes, and you're going to hear a lot about nodes today, as the incentive to stop some of this mining. Because here's the challenge, David. If I walk into a village and I tell this father of 9 kids to say, listen, stop mining, what's he going to say to me? He's going to say, this is how I feed my kids. This is my livelihood.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you Western American, it must be nice to be you and come in here and tell me to stop providing for my kids when you have all these advantages. So we have to create incentive.
Even though he knows it's illegal.
He knows it's illegal,
and
he
bad
knows
for
it's
his family generation.
And many times he destroyed his own cocoa plantations to allow the mining to come in.
Right.
He's allowing his sons to use mercury. He's allowing his daughters to get out there and, his 9-year-old, 10-year-old daughters to work, 16 hours a day and just dumping chemicals back into the river because there's a financial incentive for him to do so and to take care of his family. So the blockchain must be used to create an incentive greater for this man specifically to stop the mining. There has to be something.
That's why the nodes are important, right? Because every node owner is actually contributing to changing the way mining is done
Yep.
and stopping the harmful mining, right?
Yeah.
So that's the inverse pyramid you said.
Yeah, and we won't go into great detail today. You'll notice that the first video, there's a second video coming that goes into the detail of how the node works and how it operates within our ecosystem. But the nodes produce a reward. That's really the key to this whole ecosystem, is that reward can be used to not only incentivize people to stop mining, but gold miners, which you're going to talk about here in just a few minutes, to give up their mine. Yeah. These are people that have billions of dollars of in-ground assets, but this blockchain technology with a node that produces a reward is used as an incentive to get people with billions of dollars of assets to stop mining. Now, as we go throughout this presentation here, it's all going to make a little bit more sense about how step number 1, which is acquiring these mines, getting these assets pledged, getting them verified. We have to know what's in the ground. We have scanning technology that will verify what's in the ground. And that is critical for the next step, which is to create digital counterparts of in-ground assets. Which is revolutionary, yeah. Right? This is where blockchain...
That's such a big thing. I mean, we talk about a digital asset of something that is physical.
That's right.
And that's amazing.
And it's only possible with the blockchain because the blockchain verifies that these assets are in the ground. It verifies that the land is not being mined. And then it creates a reward that can replace the value of the gold for the owner of that node. And that's basically in a nutshell what the Element ecosystem is. Keep the gold in the ground, use the blockchain to verify that the assets are not being mined, use the blockchain to verify that there are assets there, approximately how much gold is in the ground, where the gold is located. And then we create this big ecosystem that creates digital versions of the in-ground asset that more people can participate in. And that solves so many other problems with hoarding of gold by other countries and governments, with corruption, and with all of these. If I can convince someone, listen, a digital representation of the gold in the ground could be more valuable than the actual gold itself, we've changed the world, and we're on track to do that. We have big ambitions, but guess what? We can't do it without node owners. That's why the blockchain is beautiful, because you all are a part of it. You all are contributing to that. You're running nodes. When you buy a node, do you realize that we use a lot of those funds to go in and secure these mines, to pay people to stop mining, to give them nodes? Everything that we do within this ecosystem is built in to help us accomplish the other parts, which is securing the in-ground assets. So when you buy a node, you're not just buying a node, you're helping us to support villages, to acquire gold mines, to build out this technology. And then once you're running the node, you are contributing to this secure, open ledger, this all the benefits that blockchain technology provides. You, as a node owner, are now part of that. But again, you're at the bottom of this pyramid that supports this entire ecosystem on top of it, and you get compensated accordingly with the reward.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a cool idea, Scott. Yeah. It's just great. We've all been working so hard to build this, to make it become a reality. And I just think about the long-term effects of changing the way governments interact with gold, the way countries are dealing with each other, the global economics and the geopolitical situation all over the world. It's big life and world-changing technology, and the process to get there is laid out really well. I just think it's such a big vision. I hope everyone listening understands how big that vision is.
And your part in this vision is exciting, and you're going to be compensated with this reward because of it. Again, we can't do it without you. But what we're trying to accomplish are not small things. These are big, ambitious goals that we have. Working with heads of state to digitize their in-ground assets and create a digital representation of those in-ground assets. That's mind-boggling. If we can change the way that people look at gold and look at other precious elements and adopt the digital version, representation, replacement of that in-ground value. Now, this is being done already. We feel that we are pioneers because there's really no other company that's doing it exactly like us. There are some companies out there that will just go out and create a coin and back it with the gold that's in the ground. Sure, that's not changing the world. That's basically doing what's been done before in the form of like gold certificates,
dollars or whatever. Yep.
And there are some other companies out there who intend to keep the gold in the ground, but nobody's put together a full ecosystem like Element United has, because we have a unique perspective and we've experienced firsthand the damage that can be done. And the exciting thing is that the people that we've been talking to about this, government level officials, gold miners, are going crazy for this.
Yeah.
Dave is about to talk about some information here in the next segment about the gold mines and about the relationships that we've been able to foster, not only in a government level, but also with these gold mines that are staggering. And people hear these numbers and they get on our Discord and they go, BS, you can't have that much in-ground gold. This is verified. We're an open book, and we're going to bring you guys along the process. We're going to go and travel to these sites. We're going to interview the gold owners. We're going to show you the reports. It's all going to be blockchain verified. We're working with companies third-party independent companies that will do random checks on these gold mines to make sure that they're not being mined. But most importantly, to make sure that the benefit to these villages is greater by working with Element than it is by working with these gold miners and ruining and destroying not only their own communities, but the environment. And we are going to show that to you. It's transparent. We want you guys to come along to ride with us. We want you to benefit from it. And again, we could buy up all the nodes for ourselves and be that top of the pyramid, rich guys, but that's not how blockchain works. Blockchain only works when we have a broad, diversified network around the world. There are probably 30 or 40 different countries represented on this call alone. We haven't even launched yet. We're just in pre-launch. This is basically a coming out party for us. This is our first live event. Things are going to get very exciting with Element. And the way that Element works is get in early and be one of those people that runs a node or nodes and supports this incredible ecosystem that we're building. And for us, it comes down to impact. If we can make an impact and solve real world problems, then we've got something here. Then we hope that the reward that you earn can be spent and used in a variety of different ways, even if you plan on just holding it and waiting for maybe it has a future value. We don't know. We don't control that, but we believe that if we build this system, this ecosystem, and solve real world problems, then everything else takes care of itself. So it's a fun time. Our vision is big, it's broad, it's audacious, and we want you to come along with us and buy into this with us, believe this with us, because we can't do it without you. Smart as David is here, we can't do this without you guys. We need everybody to be a part of this community, do some real good, and hopefully benefit not only those who are trying to help, but your family. We want you to look at this. We want you to see some real benefit from these nodes to be able to exchange your rewards for gold and silver. We're teasing it today. We're giving out gold and silver today to let you know this is what's coming. We have big, bold plans because again, when we talk about incentive, if there's no incentive for you to do good, human nature says we may not do as much good as we probably should. There has to be an incentive for you. And that's what node technology does. That's what a reward does, is it gives you hope to take care of your family, because when your family is secure, you turn to others and you want to help other people. And that's what we hope to accomplish with the Element ecosystem.
It's so great. And thank you, everyone, for joining. We've got a